talked about this a couple months ago, but I think we were talking about like who we would give up in a trade for Jonathan Isaac. Like, but now Orlando, they're talking about getting rid of him because of all the injuries. I don't blame him, but a 6'11", 7'4" that has defensive versatility, hasn't hit it offensively. You can blame the injuries for it. It's interesting. I wouldn't mind going after and signing Jonathan Isaac for like a year or two to prove it. Prove to me that you can stay healthy and prove to me those abilities are still there. But what about you?
I want to look up his contract because I'm not 100% sure like what he's making, and obviously like his contract was kind of contingent on him playing games. So he signed a 4-year, $70 million contract, and it's like it's only partially guaranteed. It's because he's on the books for 17.4. But like I said,
that's a lot of money.
Yeah, but like I think it's contingent on him playing games. Here it is. You know, since he missed the games, he's not getting that money. So okay, so the contract's not as bad as it looks on paper, but I think he's the wing that the Pistons need. Personally, like I love Isaiah Livers, I really do, man. But like he's the type of wing that makes just so much sense. Like I know we're going to get into Dylan Brooks a little bit later.
Yep.
And I know a lot of Pistons fans have a lot of strong feelings about Dylan Brooks. If Isaac can stay healthy, I think he's one of the, better wings in the NBA. Now, obviously, he's not really known to, put up 20, 25 points a game. He's more of a defensive specialist, but this guy can switch basically everything. He's just a defensive monster. I mean, before, he had all those injuries. I mean, his name was like thrown in for Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, I believe in his second year.
Yeah, man, like this guy's a monster when he's healthy, but like he's just had so many injuries. I think it's kind of a low risk, high reward type of situation if you're the Pistons. And I mean, this move, like if the Pistons were to go after Isaac, this move screams Troy Weaver. It screams Troy Weaver. Just, taking another swing on a guy that, was a high draft pick and it hasn't really panned out because of injuries. I mean, I feel like half the roster's like that now. I mean, Marvin Bagley, James Wiseman, RJ Hampton. I might as well throw Jonathan Isaac's name into the mix.
So this would have to be a trade though, right? Is this a trade or are they just outright
trade for sure? Like they want to get off the money, but if you do look at his contract, it's very incentive. Is that the right word?
Yeah, incentives. Yeah,
incentives. Like obviously he's got to play, X amount of games to get that $17.4 million, and obviously he hasn't played, so he's not getting that money. So I feel like Orlando would want to get off that contract. Obviously, to me, I think they're a little bit above the Pistons in terms of how the rebuild is going, and winning 30 plus games this year. Trying to push into a play-in / maybe a playoff spot next year. I don't know what it would take personally, but I think they, would probably ask for maybe a Alec Burks or something like that, probably a veteran to help them win.
I mean, this is the type of move I can get behind. Like, I mean, I didn't like the Marvin Bagley trade as much just because I just kind of thought Marvin Bagley is what he is. And I mean, I still think Marvin Bagley is a very good player. Like, I like watching him in Detroit. I mean, we know about his shortcomings, so I'm not going to get into that. But I didn't love that trade as much. I didn't love the James Wiseman trade as much because, again, it's another guy that hadn't lived up with the potential. Now, if we're looking at the Jonathan Isaac trade, it kind of falls, like you were saying, into the similar boat as trading for a high lottery, a big like Troy Weaver has done. But I would definitely be excited about this because the only thing that has stopped Jonathan Isaac from reaching his potential was just the injuries.